Bro, what is this? Oh! Oh my god. That nigga got his brain.
And the thing that I really appreciate about Tank is he's a dog. That kind of that what he just said. You can put them earmuffs up and go at it. He kind of will assess you as well, and whatever he needs to do, he'll do it.
Jake Paul has responded to the recently viral sparring and training footage of Gervonta Tank Davis, and his reaction has sparked massive discussion across social media. The clips showcase Davis displaying exceptional sharpness, speed, and explosive precision, perhaps more than ever before, as he prepares for his upcoming bout. Fans and analysts are now questioning whether Tank is truly stepping into the prime stage of his boxing career. Davis has built his legacy in the lighter weight divisions, generally competing between 133 and 135 pounds and never officially surpassing 140 in professional bouts. Jake Paul, by contrast, is a natural cruiserweight who typically fights around 200 pounds. A substantial size difference that spans several divisions. When the gap is that large, factors like endurance, punching power, and the ability to absorb shots begin to outweigh pure skill. It becomes a battle of physical resilience, just as much as technical ability.
Something else that's unfortunate is the idea that Jake Paul might actually fight Gervonta Tank Davis. This can't be real. When it came up a couple of months ago, I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to cover this because there's no way it's real. There's no way they're really going to do that because it makes no sense. Why would you do that for him? Outside of it, like, okay, you can look at it like an exhibition, which it will be, and we'll take a look at some of the rule set for it. But Gervonta Davis is one of, if not the best, biggest names at 135 pounds and is an active in his prime fighter. I don't want to hear the similar to Floyd and Logan thing because at that point, Floyd was retired. Floyd had done all he needed to do in the sport. Tank is still in his prime, still has multiple high-level opponents that he needs to fight. And you can say, oh, you know, the Jake would be a one-off. Side quest. That's fine, but that just tells me that Tank doesn't care about being a high-level champion in the sport anymore.
Martin recently recalled a memorable sparring session with Davis back when Tank was just 15 or 16 years old. He admitted feeling nervous at first, but the exchange soon developed into a strategic chess match. It wasn't about raw power. It was about timing, reflexes, and smart countering. Martin explained that Davis never went all out to dominate or knock him out instead. Both fighters traded adjustments and explored rhythm and movement. According to Moten, the experience was both educational and motivating, and it played a major role in his own growth as a boxer.
What was it like when you sparred him? I know you sparred Tank early on. Yeah. What was that experience like? Like, replay that experience for me. Like, you coming out of it, what was your thought?
Yeah, I was nervous at first. I think I was 15 at the time we sparred, so he wasn't really like trying to knock me out or nothing like that. But we was going like, he was using the speed on me. Like, we was both like going speed for speed, and it was great. It was like a chess match.
Did you understand in that moment like why he is who he is?
Yeah. I seen why he's able to beat these guys. Then I also seen why I'm so like I got all this hype around me too.
Sean Porter has publicly defended Davis's choice to participate in an exhibition bout against Jake Paul, emphasizing that critics are overlooking the broader purpose behind it. Porter believes the event is not about proving dominance, but ensuring financial security and future stability for Davis and his family. Because the fight is categorized as an exhibition, safety measures and controlled conditions are in place to minimize risks. Porter highlighted that a boxer's career is often short, and taking financially rewarding opportunities is essential. From his point of view, Tank's decision is strategic, not a sellout, allowing him to entertain fans while securing his future.
They're trying to make it safer and, you know, all those sorts of things, but there's still this pureness to boxing that really doesn't exist in sports anymore, but it's still there with boxing. I think that's why people have such a problem with this kind of move from Tank Davis?
Is it more the heart? How do you guys feel being boxers?
Man, like once you hear the numbers, I'm like, they're talking like I don't know the official one. They're talking about like 100 mil.
Oh damn!
Like, they're talking about these insane numbers. Like I'm gonna be like, don't take that. I'm not gonna tell another man not to take that type of check, especially for something like that. It's not on your official record. It's an exhibition. I'm not gonna lie here and act like I'm not gonna say yes to 100 million or something like that. But I do see exactly what you're saying about the essence of boxing. I wish they would kind of separate it a little more because exhibitions have always been a thing. There's always been an argument.
Right.
But they're just selling it like a real fight almost.
Right.
So I think that maybe if we could create a better like distinction, more of a difference,
Right.
there might be less hate on it. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not going to tell Tank not to take that fight.
And I said this last year. I said create a influencer title. And let those guys fight over there in the influencer world. They can live the world and the life of I'm a world champion without having to do something like this. Now, the issue for this that I have is you have a legitimate 135-pound champion fighter getting in the ring with a 190-pound guy, whatever it is that Jake Paul is at. So now we already let's really answer this thing.
However, many observers still feel that the weight disparity makes this event more of a spectacle than a legitimate competitive matchup. Even promoters seem to recognize this, implementing special conditions such as a 195-pound catch weight, larger gloves, and exhibition-style regulations to reduce potential danger. Yet supporters argue that, despite the size difference, Davis's superior experience and technical skill could make a dramatic impact. They envision Tank using his speed, accuracy, and timing to make Paul appear outmatched, even against a much larger opponent.
Comment about it. My question is, what's the rules? And like, are they going to actually try and knock each other out? Because it's going to be a glorified sparring match. I'm not watching, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Jake's going to have a hard time hitting him.
Yeah.
You know?
Big time. Gervonta's so fast and skilled.
Gervonta's going to eat his
I thought
guts.
Jake was going to fight Anthony Joshua. That seemed
no, that was actually getting.
That sounded
the
more
craziest
interesting.
idea I've ever heard. Jake Paul trying to fight Anthony Joshua is, crazy.
Not a sanctioned professional bout. This means the fight will not count towards either fighter's professional records.
So it's still being finalized.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
What is so behind the scenes? You think there are things like, hey, we don't punch each other in the jaw.
Yep. Or don't go. We can punch in the face, but don't go for broke. Like, don't knock me out.
Really?
Yeah. It's an exhibition.
That's
so
not very interesting to me.
No. Until I find the rule sets, but when I hear exhibition, I'm like, okay.
Jake is bodied up, man.
He's big.
Yeah.
Probably has 100 pounds on Gervonta.
Maybe. I'd say Gervonta probably walks at 150.
He's so small.
So small. I mean, he's really small. Bring up Gervonta Davis next to Floyd Mayweather, because I've seen Floyd in person, and he's tiny. You've seen Floyd in person?
I've worked with Gervonta and Floyd.
Tiny.
Well, Floyd likely has shoes on there.
Oh, dude, he's so small.
He's tiny, guys.
Yeah. And he's so small. Wow. Great fighter.
Chael Sonnen criticized Jake Paul's decision to pursue a fight with Gervonta Davis instead of continuing talks with heavyweight star Anthony Joshua, calling it a major step down from expectations. Sonnen pointed out that Davis, while an elite fighter, is not particularly known for his promotional charisma. He lets his performances speak for themselves. Paul, on the other hand, has mastered the art of building storylines and generating public attention. According to Sonnen, the overall success of this matchup will depend far more on Paul's marketing influence than the sporting competition.
It is the exact opposite of Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul for 2. So the fight that was being dangled and rumored in front of us, the exact opposite has happened. The opposite of fighting Anthony Joshua is not fighting nobody. The opposite of fighting Anthony Joshua is fighting Tank Davis. Okay. So there's one big glaring issue for me. It's just your partner being Tank Davis. Tank is not the guy that knows how to sell a fight. Tank cannot sell a fight in his own division. It could be a title fight, a contender's fight, a main event fight. He could be the favorite. He could be the underdog. Tank doesn't know how to bring that information to you guys in a way that is compelling. And Tank is already blinking in this situation. You have one guy who is argued amongst the pound for pound current greats in boxing. You have another guy that has suggested he should not even be allowed to box, that he should have to call it something different. He should not be licensed. He should not be ranked in the top 14. He should never be selected for a world title. Okay. Now, Tank has one job to do, which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport.
Interestingly, Davis's perception of Jake Paul has shifted significantly over time. Initially, Tank dismissed Paul as nothing more than a loud, publicity-driven entertainer with no serious place in boxing. But as Paul continued to improve, dedicate himself to training, and show genuine discipline, Davis began acknowledging his effort and persistence. While he still doesn't view Paul as an elite-level boxer, Davis now recognizes his commitment and understands the value of his massive audience reach. This growing respect, combined with Paul's commercial draw, has made Davis more open to the possibility of sharing the ring with him.
How about Jake? What do you think of Jake?
Clown. He's a clown. I know that Jake can't fight. He can't fight. So
would you look at it as a joke if someone, if your team was like, yo, we want you to fight Jake Paul? Would you be like, come on, man?
I laugh at him. You want me to fight him? At first, I didn't like how Jake Paul was coming because of how he was making it look. But now that I see that, I feel as though he's still a clown because that's his personality. I'm starting to respect it because he's not doing it like for the hype. He was really like trying to be a boxer. I think that he's decent.
Yeah.
Like he's good. I mean, he's not good, but he's going that way.
Is he better than you thought he'd be?
Yeah. Got to be mentally tough to be in a box. So that's why I don't take that away from some fighters or some people that want to jump into the sport. So just show how tough you are. That's how it should be.